Are you a lover of peachy perfumes? I guess so, as you clicked on this video. So I'm bringing you 12 perfumes centered around the note of peach that will be just perfection for this spring. Hi there, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Diana and I am your go-to fragrance enthusiast who has been collecting fragrances over the last 5 years. Here on this channel we talk about all fragrances. It doesn't matter if it's niche, designer or Middle Eastern, the ultimate goal is just to smell good and feel good. Okay, so 12 perfumes with the note of peach, which is one of my personal favorite notes. We will have a little bit of everything. Niche, designer, affordable and luxury options with a big bonus, which is an unbiased, unsponsored review of the new Kayali drop, Eden Sweet Peach. I will go through the perfumes a little bit faster than usual, but always, if you are interested in an in-depth review, then check out my channel, as I have reviewed or mentioned most of these perfumes in previous videos as well. I will also try to group these perfumes based on the type of peach. So we will talk about powdery, musky perfumes, fruity, floral perfumes with peach, modern chypre perfumes, and the special category, apricots. Just because it's almost peach. So let's start with some stronger, more substantial perfumes that will cut through colder mornings during the spring when we are, transitioning into the warmer days. And they will be also with you for most of your days. The first one is going to be Draco from Tiziana Terenzi. And this was my very first Tiziana Terenzi in my collection back in the days. And it is still one of my big favorites. It is a very strong, powdery, musky peach fragrance that is centered around the fruitiness of the peach. The peach here is very juicy and very sweet. I would say not too synthetic, as I can even sense some kind of texture around it that reminds me of peach fuzz. Now, there is one thing that you have to know. Tiziana Terenzi doesn't play easy with their musk. You have to be able to enjoy their signature musk to be able to appreciate this perfume. But in exchange for that, you will get a peachy perfume with excellent longevity and projection. And just be careful, don't choke out everyone around you. Moving on to another relatively strong peachy perfume that has also some lactonic undertones. It is going to be Good Girl Gone Bad from Kilian, and this is the extreme version. Now, I don't have to introduce Good Girl Gone Bad to you. I have already talked about this perfume a few times on this channel. It is just a beautiful, great fruity floral perfume with a very beautiful note of peach, supported by also osmanthus that will add an extra texture to it. The extreme version also has an added layer of creaminess that will make the perfume even a bit more complex. Now, the peach here is a bit fresher than in Draco, maybe a bit more tart as well. And let's not forget that this perfume is more of a fruity floral blended in a niche way. So you will have here tuberose, jasmine, orange blossom and narcissus in the mix as well. Now, when it comes to the performance, I find this perfume also relatively strong, I think with above average longevity. As we are slowly transitioning into the peachy floral perfumes, let me mention another niche perfume, as I will have many designer recommendations coming after this. So this is Birth of Venus from Argos. And I have to say, this is this month's biggest rediscovery. I absolutely love it. I have worn it multiple times this month, and I also decided to upgrade it to the 100 ml bottle. So it's coming to my way now. I just can't stop thinking about it. So this is peach, orange blossom, jasmine, chocolate, rose and raspberries with a very nice woody ambery base. Here the peach is very nicely made, and combined with that raspberry, it is just juicier than anything. Also, there is something in it that gives it a very interesting undertone. But I'm afraid if I mention this, then it will put you a little bit off. But I smell something like paint or nail polish. And now you must think, who wants to smell like paint? But it is not too strong and it doesn't really disturb me. Actually, I even enjoy it. It is just making the perfume a little bit more unique. Likely it is the combination of the chocolate and some florals or the woods, but basically it adds a very interesting and niche undertone to this perfume. If you have it, then please let me know if you smell the same. Or if not, then just please tell me, what do you smell? What is the most prominent note for you? Share it in the comments. If we stay in the fruity floral category but transition into the designer world, then the scent for her, the original EDP, will be the next one from Hugo Boss. Now, it is also often available on discounter websites. Let's start with this. And it is a lovely floral musky peach perfume. It has freesia, osmanthus and peach with some cacao in the base. The freesia keeps it very, very airy. And I am not sure if it has also some musks, but basically something is making this perfume very uplifting. The peach is definitely the most prominent note in the top, and it doesn't go away completely in the dry down. This one can also be described as a kind of easy reach perfume, as it can be worn in basically any occasions. However, keep in mind that this one is a lighter wearing fragrance. It will not fill the room, and likely you will have to retouch it somewhere during your day. But this one can be, for example, a great office perfume, as I don't think that it would disturb anyone around you. Then, another quite nice designer pick is Rabanne, Million Gold for her pure diamonds. I have already reviewed this perfume, so if you are interested in the full review, then go and watch the video. I will link it down below. It is more of a fruity, tropical, shampoo-y take on peach. The peach here is more on the synthetic side, if I can say that, and it is quite sweet. The florals here are mainly jasmine and ylang ylang, with a lot of vanilla and some musks in the background. The jasmine creates some kind of soapiness, while the ylang ylang will try to ground the perfume and makes it a bit more tropical and creamy. In the deep dry down, you will most likely lose most of the peachiness, but I think this perfume is already worth it for its girly, playful and peachy opening. There is one niche perfume that I still want to mention. This is one of my favorite perfumes, so simply I cannot leave it out from the fruity floral list. This is Valaya from Parfums de Marly. And this is a musky, aldehydic, white floral perfume that features a very beautiful white peach note. I do remember the first time when I smelled it. I was completely mesmerized. I love how beautifully this orange blossom is made, and combined with the aldehydes, the musk and the fruitiness, yeah, it's just perfection. It is uplifting, clean smelling without smelling like detergent. It is classy, timeless and elegant. And the longevity is eternal. I know that some people find the musk in Valaya a little bit screechy, but if you are not new to the channel, then you know that I love strong musk scents. Up until today, I adore Herba Pura, and I am enjoying also the Tiziana, Terenzi and Narciso Rodriguez types of musks. But let's go back to the designer world. One more peachy white floral perfume for you, and this will be the lightest of all. It is going to be for you if you are looking for an office appropriate scent or something that will not disturb your sensitive nose. It is going to be Dior Addict Peachy Glow. Now, this Addict Glow release got quite mixed reviews. And honestly, I have seen more negative reviews than positive ones. But I stand behind this one. Peachy Glow is my favorite out of the three. It has a quite nice realistic peach note combined with jasmine and whipped cream. It is slightly gourmand, slightly fresh and soapy. And as I said, quite light wearing, but it was sticking around quite nicely on fabric. This is something that I will wear when I want to come across approachable, but still very grounded and modest. And with this, I am leaving the white floral category. I think I have given you plenty of options, different kind of peaches combined with white and yellow flowers. But we have not talked about rose perfumes with peach. And I know that you know. You know what I will pull out. It is going to be Lancome, Idole, Peach and Roses. I was even myself surprised how much I like this one. I did not even thought of mixing peach with roses, and to be honest, I think it is a great combo. In Idole Peach and Roses, the peach is somewhere between a realistic and a synthetic peach. I don't find it super sharp, but there is a bit of something that reminds me of those super sugary peach rings. On the top, we also have some berries that amplify the fruitiness in the beginning. And as the perfume dries down, it will lose some of this fruitiness and the rose will step in. And this rose is very beautiful, sweet, candid. It's a modern rose. If you are interested more in the details, I also have already a full review up on my channel. Make sure that you watch it after this one. But now, let's do that bonus. It's Kayali's Eden Sweet Peach 35. And I have to admit, I was consciously delaying this video until Sweet Peach arrives. I really wanted to test it and include it in this video. So based on the description and the marketing, I expected something like a peachy shampoo, something that is similar to Eden Juicy Apple, right? And also, I did not have any false hopes regarding longevity, as the Eden line is not necessarily about the performance. But let's see how Eden Sweet Peach delivered. So, it opened up exactly how I expected. Fruity, shampoo, peach candies, musky, fresh, uplifting, playful. It also has a red apple note in the top, which is the exact same mouth-watering red apple that we had in Juicy Apple. I really like Eden Juicy Apple, and I only don't own it because of the crappy longevity. But now Eden Sweet Peach. So as it dries down, it becomes a tiny bit heavier. It is not heavy, but the base notes gave a solid foundation to the scent, if that makes sense. First, I thought that I was smelling some sandalwood in the base, but when I checked it, I saw that it only had tonka, vanilla, patchouli, and praline. And I guess these notes together gave that slightly more robust base to the fragrance, which I am not mad about, by the way. Now, does it smell like a Bath & Body Works body spray? Yes. Do I really mind it? No. I really like the scent. It has also something nostalgic to it, maybe from my childhood, like a candy or some sweets, but I don't really remember exactly what. The performance of this one is okay. Hey, definitely much better than the first two iterations in the Eden line. 3 or 4 hours with moderate projection, and in the summer, this will be more than enough. And I also have Plush Pear from this line. I will likely include it in another spring or summer video soon. If you want a review, then please just let me know in the comments. Okay, so we have 2 more categories and eventually 3 fragrances left. So let me share the only real Chypre perfume that I own with Peach. And it is also a relatively new release from Kilian. It is her Majesty. I also reviewed it already. As soon as it arrived in the Netherlands, I picked it up. So I will link the full review in the description for you as well. This perfume is not gonna be your frou-frou floral perfume. It is a very classy, timeless rose chypre perfume with some peach nuances in the top. It has oak moss in it, which basically gives the chypre base, and the peach here is quite realistic. It's slightly tart, which makes the perfume quite feminine, but not too juvenile or playful. It provides only a kind of fresh aquatic opening to this composition. In overall, it is a like, but I have to admit that I have not worn it since my review. I want to pull it out eventually once the weather gets a little bit warmer. As for now, I find it too tart and too fresh for early spring. And lastly, let me bring you two perfumes that have apricots in the notes. I have more apricot perfumes, but I wanted to mention two particular ones that will be just great for this time of the year. The first one is the latest Dior release, J'adore Intense. And again, the full review is up on my channel where I talk a lot about the texture of the perfume and also discuss about the longevity. So I will not mention too much about these aspects now. But J'adore Intense, eventually it is a very beautiful, slightly tropical perfume with honeyed apricots. It is a very sweet composition that, to be honest, reminds me of the sunny or solar notes of J'adore, but makes it a bit more modern with some gourmand nuances. It is a very happy perfume which genuinely makes me smile whenever I smell it. I can imagine, like a bronze goddess smelling like this on the days when she doesn't want to wear any coconutty perfumes. It is absolutely beautiful, but there is one thing, it doesn't last on me. We had some very good discussions under my original review about the longevity, and we had some mixed opinions about it. So if you want to learn more about it, then go check the comments under that video as well. And we are almost done. We have one last perfume with some apricots. Something very fresh, juicy, with a quite nice scent journey. It is going to be Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle Fleur or the Flower Edition. It has the most beautiful mouth-watering apricots in the top. Truly a very beautiful fragrance. It opens up quite airy, light, fresh, also slightly shampooy thanks to the fruits. And I also really like how the floral notes are composed here. We have jasmine with some soapiness, and then we have some magnolia, which will provide a little bit of like a candied sweetness, and osmanthus, which will create the texture and adds to that apricot note and boosts also the fruitiness. The base is vanilla, vetiver, and patchouli, but I get still the osmanthus in the dry down where it adds a little bit of like suede nuance to the perfume. It is very sweet, fresh, light, but still substantial. And it is also not too young or juvenile. I see any age group wearing this perfume who still want to smell fruity, but maybe in a more sophisticated way. So, what do we think? 12 peach perfumes with different vibes for different occasions. What is your favorite peach perfume? Share it in the comments. Also, please share, like, and hype this video and consider to subscribe if you haven't. And until the next time, bye bye.